Hi Libra, welcome to your X spread. I'm doing this special read because it's definitely my most popular in my private readings in addition to the astrology that I do. And I haven't done it in a while and a lot of people are asking for it. So let's get right into it. This is going to be a subjective read. So trigger warning for those of you you need to understand that this is going to be from the energetic perspective of whoever is dealing with a Libra energy, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Okay. So doesn't make it true, doesn't make it real, but I'm just tapping into the energy of someone who's been in relationship with the Libra energy. That is what I meditated on. Okay, so first we're going to talk about some blockages that they're having, and then we're going to pull a bunch of cards to see, you know, where they were at, where they are now, how they think the relationship is going to be going. Then I'm going to pull a bunch of other cards to see more information about your connection. Pretty full reading here. Okay, this is their first challenge. This is their first challenge, Libra. You see that? Unfinished symphony. It's not done. They know that. It's troubling them. Whether they're allowing you to believe that or not, you know, whether they're coming off as that, it doesn't really matter. We have the second house of things that we value, ruled by Taurus, which is ruled by Venus. We have Uranus, which is about shocking surprises coming in. Shocking surprises. This is all about very future-focused energy here. And then we have Leo. Leo is about the fifth house of fun. It's about falling in love, romance, connection, the act of sex, how we connect with our partner on a Monday through Sunday. It has to do with children in the connection. That second house has to do with money, but it's not only money. Second house, things we value, the roof over our head, the food we put in our mouth, what matters to us, right? So they're very focused on what matters to them, right? Because the second house is very much resources that we bring ourselves. So it's very much a me energy, right? And it works opposite the eighth house, which is a we energy. So the second half, they're very focused on their money. They're focused on what matters to them. But at the same time, and the Leo's also, because it's a house of fun, it's like things that we love to do for fun. That's another me energy. So very interesting because these are their blocks. Okay, these are their blocks. And this is blocking their ability to move into their future in the way that their soul is meant to move into the future. Very interesting. Taurus. Keeping it practical is a problem for them, right? This is staying very earthy, very practical. Really paying attention to what's necessary in the pragmatics. Remember, this is Taurus, the bombshell, right? But Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is not only about love and attraction, it's also about money. It's also about our sense of self-worth and self-value. And being able to appreciate the five senses and being able to apply all of these things in a very earthy way. Taurus is a very earthy energy, right? But Taurus is also the bull, and the bull gang can be very, very stubborn, right? I mean, we all have our stuff, right, with our sign. So you might be dealing with the Taurus, but this does indicate Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, but this does indicate that they're having a hard time. The Taurus energy is part of their block. So we're talking about things of value because Taurus rules second house, right? And we got that second house right here. It doesn't only, all the things having to do with love, with money, with self-esteem, self-worth, right? Self-identification. It's all Venus. It's all Venus. So they may be struggling to really understand themselves. They might be focused on the superficial for the moment. Son of Pentacles. This is another block for them now, okay? So the Son of Pentacles is the equivalent to the Knight of Pentacles, and this is their block. Their challenge is being a reliable person, being patient, being hardworking, you know, having to do with this relationship. It's like they want what they want when they want it, how they want it, and all of that. But I don't even, you know, we'll see what the cards say as far as whether they even realize it or not, right? But this is definitely indicative of somebody who is not very hardworking, who's not very patient, who's just not very reliable for you. And this is like, but the thing is, as a block, it's like in their mind they want to be those things, but they can't seem to make it happen for whatever reason. Everybody's is going to be a little different. so this is the past. This is what's going on with them right now. This is in their mind what they see happening with the relationship. Okay. So let's see this for now. In the past, justice, right? Libra energy, two guys. So yeah, very focused on dealing with the truth of something. So some sort of truth revealed itself. And then there being these big questions presented all of a sudden, right? Because you guys are about the 7th house of partnership. So it's like, how fair has everything been? Have things been equitable regarding money, regarding connection, communication, intimacy? You know, do you guys make each other feel good in the relationship? These are all things that they were thinking to themselves. You know, they started to question whether they felt good in the relationship anymore. And again, keep in mind, subjective read. Okay. Now we have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is getting, you know, being, Page of Cups could be that they met somebody new in the recent past or leading up to. This could have been part of the demise of your relationship, the fact that they met somebody new, right? I mean, this is about a new love, a new energy, right? Then we have the Ace of Cups. Oh my gosh, yeah. So this is like a new relationship. So some sort of new relationship that they had. Now, this new relationship... Okay, I want to say this. Okay, let me go to the King of Swords. I'm going to go back to that. King of Swords, all in the mental, not allowing their emotions to get in the way of anything, going like kind of cold, right? I mean, this is like a strategic energy, being very intentional, strategic thought. So we have the 2 center cards having to do with a new relationship, and then we have the crowning energy here on this past is the Justice energy. Yeah, yes, it's you, okay, but that's not how I'm understanding it. I'm understanding it that the energy that you were dealing with, they were put in a position where it's like wondering how equitable it all was, how good they actually felt in the situation, what was expected of them in the relationship, what was fair, what was not fair, and recognizing and not even saying one way or another, right? But just recognizing, asking these big questions. But yet I see them meeting somebody new, because this is not an older relationship. And this is them staying very in the mental, almost doing it like, dare I say, of course I can do this. Look, this isn't working out for me, so I'm going to try this thing, kind of thing. Wow. Very interesting to me. I want to just pull these down so I can have these available to reference back to. Yeah. Yeah. Being very practical about what's needed for this relationship. Okay, you know what I feel like? Libra, I feel like they had a hard time showing up in the way that they needed to show up in the relationship, and they were doing some sort of escaping here into another relationship. Because the practical elements of what's necessary for the relationship, being hardworking, being very connected, very limited. I have so much that I want to say, so I want to try to organize the thoughts before I just spew them out. Because I also get this Leo energy. It also indicates it's not a long-term romance. It's not like a marriage level thing. It's more like new love, new romance, falling in love, lovers. It's a lover's energy, right? And that's Leo, right? So I feel like, and this is part of the block. So the block could be, part of their issue could be them either having the desire or having met somebody in the past and them being like totally mental about it though, meaning like, it's like almost like a narcissistic vibe where it's like, for some reason they felt very, not only saying the right, but almost like, what's the word I'm trying to think of? Justified. They felt justified in doing it. Almost like, okay, well, it's not working over here with Libra, so I'm just going to go do this. But I'm not going to totally end things with Libra because I still have feelings for Libra. I'm just confused about like all these expectation kind of things, right? And now we have, right now we have the Three of Pentacles. And the Three of Pentacles is a good energy, right? This is Mars in Capricorn. This is about building. Now, this is where they're at right now with the relationship with you. And Three of Pentacles is about teamwork, right? So you guys might work together, or you guys might, you know, be sharing this life together. And they're very focused on, and because it's following the King of Swords, the pragmatics of something that's going on. Okay? But at the same time, lots of stress. Lots of stress for them. This is all about nightmares, anxiety, grief, depression, ruminating thoughts. I call this the 3 a.m. card, trying to figure out a way out of something. I mean, that really is what this is. It's trying to figure out, now what? Where do I go from here? Because it's a Mars and Gemini energy, and Mars is that warrior planet that rules Aries. It's all about a fresh path, a new perspective, and trying to figure out within themselves, what does that even mean? How, you know, where do I go from here? What do I do? Definitely getting like feeling like at a bit of a crossroads energy. They don't, it's interesting because, I don't know why I felt compelled to say you guys might be working together or have something together. So maybe you have children together, or maybe you have some sort of property together, something like that. But there's still some sort of connection here. Or there is, at least from an energetic perspective, this idea that you guys are, this is going to sound weird, but almost like you guys like collaborate energetically on some level, which is very interesting. But there's a lot of anxiety surrounding this for them right now. And then we have this working with the King of Wands, which truthfully, I love this energy. This is Cancer and Leo. And Cancer is all about a firm, you know, foundation. Cancer represents the 4th house of home. So think about that, even from a metaphorical perspective, right? It's to feel grounded, rooted, safe, and secure. So it's Cancer and Leo. So Leo is to feel the romance, to feel the love, to feel the connection, to feel all of these things, right? So it's this desire to feel the love, feel the romance, but also to feel safe, secure, and grounded. And right now, when it comes to your relationship, this is like what's on their mind, right? And this is what they're feeling anxious about, is how do they go about feeling that way, getting that feeling, right? Because we have the Ace of Swords, which does indicate issues, obviously, with the relationship. No kidding. We're doing an X spread here, right? But it's about this self-imposed isolation, this self-imposed imprisonment, feeling like they just don't belong in something anymore. It's like, you know, there's been change. Like they've changed. You've changed. The two of you have changed, but not together. And this is something that they're recognizing. But they're trying to reason out what that means energetically. Like, even if you guys aren't together and haven't been together, you're still very much in their energy field. Or even if you guys are in a weird space now and you're in the midst of breaking up, it's like they can't cut the cord from you, but yet they don't know how to fix it, even though it would require work on their end. It doesn't seem like they're willing to put the work in for it, quite honestly. But how they see your connection ultimately ending is you guys getting back together. Them feeling super nostalgic about you and trying to work it out. And then we have the Queen of Swords. And the Queen of Swords is about total honesty. Being very self-sufficient energy, absolutely, but total honesty. Everybody being absolutely honest. Very interesting, because I feel like, okay, this is the deal. Libra, you listening? I feel like we got the Queen of Swords and the Tower. So this is all about truth. So if you guys, I feel like they think if you guys reconnect and they tell you the full truth, it's going to be this, the Tower, which is a complete coming down. It's upheaval, an ending. Even though, so it's interesting because it's like, even if you guys aren't together now, I don't feel like you guys know the full story. You guys don't know everything. There's stuff that you guys don't know, and they know and at least in their mind, they believe that if they came back and told you everything, it would end up in a huge upheaval, and it would just be an absolute mess. This is what I'm getting with this Tower moment, following the truth. Now, For some of you, and I'm just going to say for some of you, because this can be this, is that they realize the truth of the situation is the fact that the old version of themselves has to go. And it's time for them to update their own thinking, their moral compass, and what they're willing to contribute to this relationship. And then we have the Six of Wands. Six of Wands is really nice. It's a good energy because there's this respect here, right? More than anything. This is Jupiter in Leo. You know, Jupiter expands whatever it's in. Leo is everything that we talked about, right? It's love, it's romance, it's connecting with each other, all of those things. So, very interesting, because I am feeling like for many of you, they feel, again, they come back, they tell the truth, it ends up being this upheaval. But that's what would be necessary in order to sort of from an energetic perspective end things, so that they could then move on and experience that Six of Wands energy, success in a relationship in a way that matters to them. Very interesting. But there's definitely this reconciling in their mind. They see this reconciliation, this truth coming out, and either there being a literal ending or somebody totally changing the way they handled something. But then we have the Six of Wands energy, which is really about, focusing on self. Is really, and focusing on respect. Jupiter in Leo. Jupiter expands whatever it's in. Leo is all about a me energy, right? What I want to do. The love that I feel like I want to have. The love affairs that I want to have, the hobbies I want to, do, the kids that I want to hang out with, that I want to have, the business that I want to own, I want to open, that kind of thing. So, wow, okay. Sorry if that kind of took a long time, but I can't control how stuff comes in. Okay, you guys like my 5th to 6th sign, definitely the heaviest one yet, for sure. Now, these are going to be based on your energetic connection. So not only you, not only them. It could be one of you, both of you. Yeah, you guys are definitely like not done. You're not. I'm not saying it's going to be fun, but you're not done. Because we start here with the Phoenix, a new phase, rekindling, renew, transformation, growth, changed mind. So that could be the Tower for those of you resonating with it like that, because our connection still affects me. I still feel you on my soul. Okay. All right, listen. Good. Those of you who are looking to reconnect with somebody eventually, trying to fix like the nasty stuff that's going on, let's talk about this. So we have the Phoenix. So this is recognition of transformation. And I'm not a believer, even though those of you who know the cards, you understand a minor arcana card is an energy that's short-lived and the major arcana are more profound. But I believe these are energetic vehicles that we use to understand the energetic weather, right? You guys have heard me mention that before. So even with the Tower, I never believe that the Tower is the complete annihilation 100% of anything, because we're energetic beings. We're not robots. So something needed to end as it was, whether it was a mindset, whether it was a way of being, or whether it was a relationship. And, you could apply it to anything. But that's the ebb and flow of life. We don't do the same thing all the time. So for those of you, resonating with the Tower as being like needing to be a complete change of perspective, so that there can be this newfound respect in the relationship, we do have the Phoenix here, which is about transformation. Then we have butterfly, relationship evolving to the next phase, healing the inner child and growth. So really, this can be very much at play if we're talking about somebody maybe not putting this hard work in, somebody not being realistic and very practical about what's necessary here, right? It's going back to their blocks. This could definitely have to do with something having to do with their inner child and them not dealing with something from their childhood, you know, or how they experience their parents' relationship. It could be many things, right? Now, as the center energy here, we have coffee cup, which is about meeting up and talking. And then we have ascending, transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. I have to tell you, I was not expecting the reading to go in this direction. Hello, I wasn't. And then we have twin flames. Okay. So you guys, most of you know, like very yin-yang energy, complementing each other, So we have here, our connection still affects me. I still feel you on my soul, right? Can't get away from this energy. You guys are twin flames. I'm now feeling the fallout of my actions. Conflict is a necessary step in the growth process. Be patient. This will pass. I need more time to figure things out, but I don't want to lose you. So that's a good energy to get after the patience energy. This relationship makes me feel bad about myself. You're too hard on me. Okay, so that could definitely be something that needs to be considered. Now, in the Lenormand, we have, for starting with the fox, is looking at the past. So this is recognition of some sort of false narratives that somebody was telling themselves about themselves or the relationship, and the need for there to be redemption. And this redemption is going to be completely based on the truth of a situation. Whenever we have the white feather, it is truth, and it's coming in the form of a message. So good. And it's about commitment. So there is going to be this truth and this need to redeem oneself, having to do with this commitment, recognizing that whatever is going to happen, it's a big ass gamble, but they definitely want to do it. And it does seem like you do too, because this is your combined energies. Does not make it, you know, fact. You can always sit any energy out. I always say that. I could tell you what's available, but if you know that you don't want to go on that ride again, then you don't get on that ride again. It's up to you. This is what's going to be available to you. This is, how does this person feel about Libra? One card, please. Oh, Ace of Swords. This is lovely. This is nice. They finally, at the end of this is the final closing card for how they feel about you. They finally have mental clarity. Good. Because then this does not have to stay unfinished. Very nice. Okay, my friends, beautiful reading. Rollercoaster reading. Not sure what I'm going to name it. But that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.